Hey all you sitters, I want to talk today about the difference between front squatting and back squatting, or more of having the weight out in front of the body or on the back. When you take a load and put it on your back, what happens is, especially if it's so when you sit, our cores become weak. We're sitting and our core becomes lengthened, which means it becomes underactive. So if it's underactive, it's not working correctly. If our core isn't working, that usually means our low back is going to do what the core can't. So once we put the bar on our back and it's heavy, we go into this squat. Hold on, let me get my feet in here. We go into this squat where you're not really able to get too much depth, but you're thinking, oh, I got to get my hips even with my knees or I'm not even squatting, which I hope at least you're thinking. So as we go down, when the bar is on the back, it's much easier for us to lean forward, put the pressure on the low back instead of the core, so you can see as I go down, I have this lean forward. So now my low back is holding the weight instead of my core. So I'm loading here, my quads aren't able to load, and I'm actually putting pressure in the knee. So the low back is trying to work as the core, and the knee is trying to work as my quad. That sounds pretty bad, just to recap. Back squat, heavy weight, easier to load forward and load your joints, the stable joints that shouldn't be doing anything, round the back, and actually cause you pain and discomfort and not allow you to grow the right way, versus if you were to front squat, have the bar or the weight out in front of you. You don't need to be using a barbell to squat. You could be doing it with nothing, or I'd even recommend like a goblet squat like I'm about to show you. So you have the weight out in front of you, and this is good to have, like, this is only 5 pounds. It's good to have a little bit of weight because it's going to make the core activate. The deep core muscles that you actually need to work and keep your core intact and keep your spine upright and not put pressure on those joints. Out in front, like not resting on the body. We're going to have it out in front, so as we go down, the core stays active. And my spine, I should, be able to get nice and low, and my spine is straight as can be. That is the goal. So now I'm loading my quads and I'm loading my core instead of my low back and my knees. I also want to stress to you, you don't necessarily need weight. So yeah, I have a 5-pound weight here, but you can use anything. So look, I have this water jug. This probably it's full. It probably weighs about 5 pounds, honestly. And you can have this out in front of you. You don't need to be at the gym to move at all. See, we're here. Or if you do one of my personal favorites, you can grab a very reluctant dog if you have one at home. I know this is not exactly what I said. You want them out in front of you. So I'm out in front. See, she's kind of hugging to my body. Wow, you're very uncomfortable, aren't you? And you sit here, you have the dog squirm, and you squat that sucker. 25 pounds. Now it's out in front of me. If I was to put her on my back, whoop, load that low back, load those knees. I don't like that.